Hey there, boys and girls. I am a First Lieutenant of Marines, and my name is 1stLt Raymond. Now, I know I called you boys and girls, but for tonight, don't tell your parents we're all Marines. I'll be reading you a story, one of my favorite bedtime stories, and it's called, you guessed it, Goodnight Marines. It's written by David R. Dixon and illustrated by Phil Jones. Now here we have the illustrious Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. Marines, take it in. All of it. In a land overseas, in a far away place, there was a brave Marine guarding his base, and behind him stood a silent platoon. And there were planes that were flying over the moon. And there were 2 shiny bars and 2 silver stars. And a pair of boots and 2 yellow feet. And a pair of dress blues and a mighty Navy fleet. And the flag in the black volcanic sand and the president's own marching band. Let's just let it be known. That's the raising of the flag in Iwo Jima. Very motivational time for us Marines. And then the finest dog in all of the land. Now, I lay in my rack, it's a bed, with my sleepy head down, and say goodnight to my Marines who keep me safe and sound. Your little pets running around, they're Marines too. Don't worry, I got them covered. Good night, Smedley, John, and Dan. Good night, Archie, the grand old man. Good night to the guards of Heaven Street. Good night, Sergeant Major, who never retreats. Good night, recruits on Paris Island afar. Good night, chesty puller, wherever you are. Good night, Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. I know. Good night, Captain. Good night, Tanker. Good night, Tuntaverd, and Semper Fi. Good night, trucks. Good night, supply. Good night, artillery, with your boom so loud. Good night, helicopters, floating on a cloud. Good night, boots. Good night, flags. Good night, radios. Good night, dog tags. Good night, band, softly playing taps. Good night, compass. Good night, maps. Good night, blues with scarlet thread. Good night, Tuffy Hound on the end of my bed. Good night, Tripoli, Bellowwood, and Saipan. Good night to my dad in Afghanistan. Now for those of you Marines out there with parents that are Marines, I hope you have pictures of your Marines deployed so that you can say goodnight to them. Goodnight heroes who answered the call. Goodnight Marines and those that gave all. Now doesn't he look comfortable? And this is why this is my favorite book, Goodnight Marines. Now again, don't tell your parents that you're Marines tonight. So boys and girls, really, have a great night. We just had an amazing Memorial Day weekend that was full of tributes and family fun. Now just remember all of it. Remember the good times that you had with your Marine parents and your Marine friends. Take all those great and wonderful memories and just cuddle in your bed at night. Remember the good times and just have the greatest dreams. The most motivating dreams. Most importantly, dreams about this guy right here. To all my little Marines out there, good night.